Are you ready to embrace a retirement that feels fulfilling and full of purpose? Imagine enjoying the freedom to explore your passions while avoiding the common pitfalls like boredom, loss of identity, or feeling stuck. Does that sound like a retirement that you want? Hi there, life shifters. Maureen Atkinson here, founder of Lifeshiift, where we inspire purpose and adventure in later life. In this video, you'll discover powerful tools to craft a retirement you'll love. Recently, Jennifer Rovet, retirement coach from Retire Ready Canada, guided our LifeShift community through a transformative process to rethink what retirement can be. If this sounds like something you need, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel because that will keep the inspiration coming. Now, over to you, Jennifer.
Hi, everybody. I'm delighted to be here tonight. Um, so yeah, let's dive in. So first and foremost, I am a mom to my only child. He's a 15-year-old boy named Jack, and that's him in the picture. And he keeps me on my toes a lot, but he's a lot of fun. I'm also a cat mom to my sweet Persian named Danny, which is short for Daenerys. So if anybody's familiar with the TV show Game of Thrones, you'll understand why we selected the name Daenerys. But I love spending time with my boyfriend and family, going for walks, swimming, and 3 years ago, I started lawn bowling at Q Beach. I'm passionate about my community and helping others and being a source of support. And I believe this has shaped my life tremendously and provided a path for my career choices. I launched my retirement coaching practice, as Maureen said, called Retire Ready Canada in 2019, as I saw a need to help people who were struggling either prior to their retirement day or years after. And I saw firsthand from my own parents and their friends how challenging retirement can be beyond just having enough money saved. So my goal as a retirement coach is to empower my clients so they discover what it is they wish to do during their retirement years and who they want to spend it with. And I know I've done my job when my clients are confident and excited about what lies ahead for them. These are the topics that I'll be discussing today. So first, we're going to define retirement. Then I'll talk about some common misconceptions about retirement. Then I'll talk about the 5 stages of retirement, and then dive into identity, purpose, health and wellness, building and maintaining social connections, and then finally, your retirement lifestyle and putting it all together. There's a lot of common misconceptions or myths, as you will, about retirement. And I'm just going to go through a few of these with you. So the first is that a lot of people think if you have enough money saved, you'll be fine. So yes, having enough money is one part of the recruitment puzzle, but it's not all of it. So retirement must have a holistic approach and include the emotional, physical, social, and spiritual sides as well. The next misconception is people often think that retirement is like one big holiday. Like you can play golf all day or you travel. And while many people enjoy the first few months of retirement, and that is considered the honeymoon phase, maybe it is nice to play golf as much as you want and sit on a beach and travel. But at some point, people seem to want more. They feel a need to have purpose back in their lives again and something that will give them fulfillment, joy, meaning in their retirement years. Lots of people think that you don't need to have a plan in retirement. You can just wing it. And while this might work for some, it's not recommended. Retirement can be a really long time. People are living much longer lives than they ever have before due to improved health, advances in medicine, and just overall increased longevity. So that means that you might have up to 25 or 30 years where you need to figure out what you're going to do. And having some sort of plan and structure in your life is essential and will steer you away from confusion, depression, and isolation. And finally, what you decide to do now is what you'll do for your entire retirement. And that's certainly not true. Not only do our interests change with passing years, but our bodies might be telling us to slow down as we age. Something that you were able to do easily 10 years ago, you might not be able to do now. So it's important to recognize that there are different stages in our health as we age, and this will change what we are able to do and not able to do. And then, of course, life circumstances can change too. Like Josie, as you said, the death of a spouse. It's hard when that happens, but it's necessary to adapt, to what is going on in your life. So what I'm trying to say is that retirement's not static. It is dynamic. It's changing. We change. Circumstances change. So you have to just be open to that and adapt to the changing circumstances. So to understand retirement, it's important to know about the different stages and where you are in this process. So the first stage of retirement is considered pre-retirement. And this is typically about, a good 10 to 15 years before you retire. And during this stage, you start to think about your financial planning and what you need to be financially healthy. At this stage, you should also consider the emotional aspects of retirement and start thinking about what will make you happy and fulfilled during that time. The next stage is the honeymoon phase, which I just mentioned in my previous slide. And this is when you first retire, and it's filled with excitement and newfound freedom, along with a relief from the demands of the working world. This phase normally lasts between anywhere from like 6 months to 2 years. And it's really a time to rekindle relationships with friends and family, pursue hobbies and passions, and simply enjoy this time to do whatever brings you happiness. The third stage is called disenchantment. So following the initial excitement of the honeymoon phase, some retirees may experience a sense of disappointment and disenchantment with their retired life. Retirement is often eagerly anticipated and met with great excitement, but as time passes, the initial thrill may give way to a sense of lessened enthusiasm. People are often disappointed and think this wasn't exactly how they imagined their life would be. This shift can bring about emotions such as loneliness, boredom, depression, and a perceived loss of purpose. The fourth stage is called reorientation and finding yourself. So in line with any life transition, you gradually adapt to your new circumstances and chart your course through this next stage. This phase of retirement, often the most demanding, involves self-discovery and rediscovering your purpose and identity, requiring both time and a deliberate effort. I'm going to go more into this stage in more detail in the next slide. But finally, the last stage of retirement is stability. And this final stage of retirement welcomes a profound sense of contentment, positivity, and happiness in your new life. It's a phase where you find yourself seamlessly going about your daily routine and lifestyle, engaging in activities that ignite your passion and fill you with a sense of satisfaction. During this time, you savor life with a renewed sense of purpose, gratitude, and a redefined identity. So I wanted to talk more about this stage, reorientation, as this stage often requires the most work to allow you to live that life that you want. So this stage is the time to explore uncharted territories, nurture new hobbies, or rekindle old ones, and dive into life's purpose. This is the time to unearth something that reignites your enthusiasm, whether it's continuing to work in some capacity, for example, part-time or on a consultancy basis, volunteer work, spending your time with family, or simply infusing your daily routine with enjoyable and enriching activities. As you spend time in this stage, it's important to start thinking about your identity, your purpose, health and wellness in retirement, and maintaining social connections. So let's start with identity. No doubt your work has played a significant role in shaping the person that you are today. Your job provided you with a sense of purpose, accomplishment, recognition, and of course, financial security. But what happens when you retire? What happens to your identity? Do you feel your job title defines who you are? Many people believe it does, and they struggle with this after they leave their job. One thing I hear over and over again is how to introduce yourself at a social gathering when you can no longer say, for example, "Hi, my name's Kathy, and I'm a surgeon at Toronto General Hospital." As you plan to retire, now is a good time to discover who you are and what makes you, you. I have a workbook, which I recently published called Reach for Retirement. And one of the exercises in that book is to think about the strengths that you bring or that you've gained from your work life and how you can bring those strengths into your retirement. For example, a strength might be that you had in your work life was connecting with your team and providing guidance and mentoring. If that's something that you like doing, try to find something similar you could do in your retirement, such as, for example, mentoring a younger generation who are just starting out their careers in the field of your expertise. Okay, so next is purpose. And when we discuss retirement, all of us coaches with our clients, the most talked about subject is purpose. And whether we liked our jobs or not, they gave us purpose. They got us out of bed each day. They provided structure, a social network and relationships, and provided us with goals and accomplishments. So as you think about your life going forward and what is your purpose, think about things that will give you meaning and a sense of direction. What excites you? What will get you out of bed each day? And what really matters to you? It doesn't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as volunteering at a local charity or looking after your grandchildren a few times a week. Okay, so health and wellness. We all know that maintaining good health, eating a good diet, being physically and mentally active is necessary no matter what stage of life you are in. However, maybe it's even more important as we enter into this next stage of life where maintaining good health will allow us to live longer and do all the things that we want to do. I'm not going to go into too much detail here because I think everybody knows about health and wellness, but I just have a few reminders. And the first is to maintain a healthy diet. Eating a diet rich in fruits and vegetables, lean protein, and whole grains can have a significant impact on our health. Try to reduce your sugar intake, eat fewer complex carbohydrates, and drink alcohol in moderation, if that's possible. I know not for everybody. Keep moving every day. This is really important. This can be anything, just as long as you are up and moving. It could be walking, strength training, golfing, swimming, or even lawn bowling. Do anything that you find enjoyable. A bonus to doing movement activities is they can provide social opportunities as well. So for example, you could be doing a group exercise such as yoga, and not only is it good for you, but it might allow you to make new friends and have a fun social experience at the same time. Remember to visit your doctor regularly and stay up to date with your health and understanding what is going on with your body. It's important as we age that you don't ignore something that could be caught easily and treated effectively. And finally, just take the time to relax, breathe, and even meditate. It might not seem like much, but just taking the time each day to breathe can calm your nervous system, and it can also lower your blood pressure and heart rate and reduce levels of stress hormones in your blood. I recently started doing the 5-5-5 principle. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that, but what it entails is taking a deep breath in for 5 seconds, holding it for 5 seconds, and exhaling for 5 seconds. And I try to do this 5 times twice a day. And when I am diligent and I do it, I really do feel the benefits of it. And I even do this in bed, and I find it puts me right to sleep, and I actually stay asleep all night. So it's just important to remember to breathe. Okay, so this slide is all about social connections and why they are so important in retirement. Having relationships provides emotional support, which can help combat feelings of loneliness and isolation, which can be serious problems in retirement. Social engagement provides mental well-being, reducing the risk of depression and cognitive decline. Strong social ties can encourage a more active lifestyle, as friends and family members can motivate each other to participate in activities. And finally, having a supportive network can enhance your overall quality of life, providing opportunities for shared experiences and a sense of belonging. Ultimately, social connections enrich retirement making it a more fulfilling and enjoyable time in your life. So once you know all that, you've gone through your purpose, your identity, your social connections, planning your retirement, putting it all together is the next step. And it requires you to uncover your interests, passions, and strategies for maintaining and fulfilling a balanced life. So this includes looking at your what, how, and why, and your commitment to obtaining these goals. So let's look at each one individually. So your what. As you think about how you want your life to unfold, summarize what areas are going well and those that need improvement. And then once you've identified what areas of your retirement need improvement, identify how implementing a few strategies will help you reach your goals. And as you discover areas that required improvement, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Your why is the driving force to keep you motivated. Not knowing your why can lead to indecisiveness, procrastination, self-doubt, and inconsistency. And then finally, your commitment. So once you've identified your what, how, and why, think about your commitment to implementing and sustaining your plan. Okay, so I'm almost done. And as I come to the end of this presentation, I just want to go over a few key takeaways. So the first one is, ask yourself, who am I? What are my interests, passions, and goals? And what really matters to me? Keep yourself as healthy as you can. This will ensure you live a long life and be able to do all the things that you want to do. Maintain a strong social portfolio. This will eliminate isolation and feelings of loneliness. It will also improve your quality of life. And finally, remember your what, how, why, and your commitment. Retirement is not static. It evolves and will change over time. Having a plan and being flexible is essential to creating the life that you want to live.
What an insightful journey. I hope Jennifer's guide sparked some ideas for you to create a meaningful and exciting retirement. If you want more resources to navigate this stage of life, visit Lifeshiift at www.lifeshiift.com with 2 I's in the shift, or stay tuned right here for more inspiring videos.